Hello, here to do a reading. I just thought we would talk about some weird stuff because, like, literally, I'm not here to make you comfortable and I'm not here to talk about things that are normal. I'm here to explore some of the most taboo subjects or occult materials that I can get my hands on. So, anyway, one of the ways that I like to do this is just to open up to a page and then draw a card. So I actually opened the page, but I haven't shuffled yet. So let me do that real fast. I think that it's important to talk about pain just because actually it's a really important part of our lives. When you think about a butterfly transitioning into an actual butterfly, if you think about a chrysalis, then it grows to a stage where it's uncomfortably large. It's like being in the 9th month of pregnancy or something like that. You're just waddling around waiting for this thing to burst open so you can move on with your life and have a great baby that you're now nurturing instead of this bulbous thing on your body. So anyway, long story short, okay, so it's really weird that I use that analogy because the cards came out like this. So I don't know, I should hold them up like this because this is how I saw it when it came out. So this is basically somebody not offering like a fortunate give and take, like equal give and take. Or yeah, so somebody's not offering, possibly a child. That's why I was laughing, is because this is oftentimes, the Page of Pence is oftentimes the children card. And fortunately, there's no equal give and take in that dream. Hi, Mama. You gonna come up here? Come on. Come on. My cat Nala likes to come up and read cards with me sometimes, so she might join us. If you decide you want to. She said no. Are you gonna change your mind? No? Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe she's like me. Changes her mind quickly. Okay, so yeah, okay. So some things about pain. There is no justice in stealing love. That's not emotional. So I think this is powerful because you don't want to actually try to chase love down that does not want you. That's not at all the point. If it's something reciprocal or requited or a situation that's going to somehow benefit and grow both parties rather than it being a stealing love kind of situation, then it's okay to pursue it. If you're simply doing that in order to get ahead for yourself or for someone else to get ahead off of you, that is not a nurturing situation. There is no justice in that, and it is not going to benefit you emotionally whatsoever. I think that's really important to keep in mind, especially when people are taking advantage on purpose. And although it sucks to kind of face that, it also sucks to realize that you've been had. There's really no justice in that. So, in any case, that's a great point to make about pain. Let's look at what kind of stuff came up in the book. Sorry. We're going to go draw a card for this too. Ooh, working together. This is sometimes a third party card, but it's a third party in a good way if this isn't about love. If this is just about pain, then this is about working together with pain. So that's a good thing. We need to work with our pain in order to kind of overcome it. And it's not easy. It's sometimes very messy. And for me personally, very emotionally interesting at times. You know, like it's one of those things that I really have to sit with myself and decide that I'm going to handle my pain today. Yeah, no, just kidding. Like, nobody feels that way about it, but I'm just trying to say. Huh? Move your chair back, I requested. Annoyed, Michael pulls his chair back a full half inch and begins launching into his story. Further, I tell him, 2 inches. Here. I get up from my chair, ask him to rise, and place his chair at a distance I feel more comfortable with. Sit down and lean back, I tell him. If you got any closer, you'd spill off the seat. Okay, he said breathlessly. Now where was I? How do you feel right now? I interrupt. I watch his jaw clamp and the tips of his ears turn red with anger. Fine, he tells me. Fine, I'm fine. I just want to get started. We already have. I don't really see why why your needs shouldn't take precedence over mine, I asked. Cornered, he wails, I want help. I sit down again. Take a breath. I'm giving it to you, I answered. This is it. And there's this little pause right here in the literature, so I'm just going to stop there. This is called I Don't Want to Talk About It, Overcoming the Secret Legacy of Male Depression. It's by Terence Real, Family Institute of Cambridge. I just think it's interesting to look into this because, in large part because our society is patriarchal, then it's actually, since it's a man's world, then their depression and their weak spots are all of our weak spots. And so raising healthy young men on top of also choosing men that are healthy for our lives and not going to make us, feel claustrophobic about ourselves or others. This is an important kind of subject matter to study. So in there, that little clip, it kind of reminded me of COVID. Like the social distancing thing. So, it's, if it comes back to it, when it comes back down to it, I guess I should say, there's this offer for children to be happy in the future. That was in the reverse. And then there was the Wheel of Fortune, and a whole bunch of other cards. I don't really remember what they were. Justice in reverse. And the Queen of Cups, I believe. But in any case, what we want is to bring our children into the forefront of our minds and make the legacy that we're going to leave them with something that we're proud of, instead of, worrying about how is this going to pan out, how are social distancing rules going to apply in the future, and et cetera, et cetera. I don't think that's, even healthy for us to be focused on as a nation. I think it's very important to be focused on the education of breaking painful cycles that continue to play out generation after generation after generation, and kind of study the short and long-term effects because they're horrendous. Some people have long-term depression. There's an increased risk for psychological side effects. I personally have suffered from PTSD in some situations with my life. There have been people who have not been able to regain footing as a functional citizen of the world. And it's not because it's impossible. It's actually because the stigma is so strong towards these things that we would prefer to say, oh, go to church and fix it, or, oh, go get some therapy and fix it. But these people get abandoned. There's nobody there to help them throughout the church process or throughout the, psychological fight that they go through. Yeah, when you're in church, then you have that. When you're in, some type of a facility, you have that. But when you get older and you're not able to take care of yourself anymore, you're at someone else's mercy then too. So it's not as though some of us get away with this. It's a universal problem. It's a wondering how you'd like to live your life and molding it that way rather than waiting for it to appear that way in front of you. So anyway, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say about that. I don't know if I'll be posting this, to be honest, but I may. So, in the meantime, by the way, I didn't even say this. I am Nadia, your Chikey Medium. All of the descriptions can be found in the box below if you'd like to get some type of personal reading. I probably won't be doing those at all, or possibly only on the weekends. So don't get your hopes up, but feel free to email me and I can let you know. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good one, and I will talk to you soon.